Oh, well. It's hard to see for you guys with my... I just cleaned my glasses and now they're even dirtier than before. Hello, welcome to the stream. For those of you it's the first time here, my name is Shiro. I'm a comic artist. What I usually do on these streams is that I will talk a little bit if there was some art drama, but really a little bit. Like I don't do big essays about my opinion on what this guy or that girl did. And if I did anything artistic that I can talk about in the past week, and then we move on into me drawing my weekly webcomic Bootleg Cookie. As far as art drama goes, not that much. There's some guy that thinks that Cat in Chat is in trouble. I didn't see her get in trouble. Well, because she got some bad info apparently about a VTuber, and she kind of doubled down. Like, literally, that's as much as I know because that's as much attention as I paid to it. Like, the real issue for me that I had is that lately, like, the CEO of Duolingo is going the way of Sticker Mule in the subject of terrible decisions and, like, doubling down on them. So I've been trying out Buzu instead to learn my Spanish. Before I shut down my Duolingo account, I want to make sure I'm doing good on Busu. B-U-S-U-U, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I wanted to be sure that the 7-day free trial was only for the premium version of Buzu, and I don't want the premium. I didn't want the premium versions of Duolingo either, so as long as I'm learning, that's the important part. Well. We're gonna wait just a couple minutes, see if somebody's gonna get on, and if not, I'm going to keep talking, because that's what I do. I'm gonna have a bit of water. And post the rules. The newsletter has been up since this morning. Happy June, happy Pride Month, and if you have even a slight problem with the concept of Pride Month or anything that is related to it, the door's over there. Bye-bye. Speaking of bye-bye, just for my own entertainment lately, whenever I get a sex bot on Twitter, like, they tell me, like, would you like to bleep bleep with women in your area? Not even outside of my area, but I like to reply with a gif of Art the Clown covered in blood doing this. The bots don't care, but me personally, it entertains me greatly. Oh god, look at the color of my hair. You can tell it's summer. Like, my hair is this, like, dark brown, like, almost black during the winter. And now it's starting to be summer. Look at the red. My goodness. Like, it shocked me. You know, I'm just going to test something. I'm going to try posting the rules through the multi-stream chat, but I don't think it's gonna work. I really need the restream chat. Oh, hi, Coco. Yeah, that's what I thought. And if I do it through the restream chat, there we go. I guess I would need to program some specialty bots inside Streamlabs. What about blood? I just got here. Oh, I wasn't talking about blood. I was just mentioning the color of my hair. Because we're entering summer and how red it is. Because the other 3 seasons, my hair is dark brown, as it should be. But during the summer, it will turn like this deep red. For some reason. Like, I have mood hair for seasons. here just in time, however, because I was just about to reach over for a piece that I painted yesterday. In fact, it's way too far, but I will be making a special post for supporters on Patreon about it. Let me just... I use my good paper. I use my shitty paints, but I use my good paper, and it's worth taking a look. The Irish is coming out. Yeah, you can go back in for all I care. With the beautiful red hair comes the allergy to the sun. Let's see how well she shows up on camera, because she struggles a lot with photos. Here is Risa, holding a ball with Elizabeth's face painted on. Now the reason she is actually super hard... Focus. There we go. The reason she is actually super hard to photograph, you can probably see the little bright orange patch under the jewel on her forehead. Where's my finger? There we go, right here. It's because when I painted her, I wanted to try something that I have seen on Instagram, because I'm a basic bitch. Let me just get their name again, because it's long and I have no memory. Oh, would be useful if I had some, Would be so useful. Now, where are my... And I am going to write the name again in chat. Oh, there they are. Tenya Wanyatsun. What the... Why am I not following them? I was following them. And after that, Meta turns around and tells us that we're not talking to enough people, so they're going to put in AI fake people for us to talk to when their algorithm pulls shit like that. They made me unfollow Tenya Wania. So I'm going to post the name on Instagram. There we go. So recently, Tenya Wanyatsun has been painting and using like bright neon orange to do like the blushes into it, some detailing. And I mean, I had neon paints, I have neon colors in my palette. So of course, I wanted to try, and it does help. It's hard to tell on camera because the camera does not like neon colors, but I did do like the blush here under the pink. This is neon orange. This is some neon orange. There's obviously neon orange in the gold. There's a touch here. There's a touch in the balls. And as for the black parts of Risa's costume, I'm just gonna grab the one. They're dry now. I used my Aurora Blue from the palette that I call Forbidden Chocolate, from the first set of granulating colors from Kool-Aid. And I manipulated it to make sure that we had more of the blue, but it still has a hint of orange, even if I mixed it over and over. And the darker part, that was glazed over with a dark purple. The line art was actually done with a pink and purple colored lead. So yeah, I did a lot of experimenting, and the reason why I'm going to have an article written about it on Patreon is because there is a failed version of this piece that I did not throw away yet. And the Patreon supporters will get to see that fail. I know I announced another fail previously that I have yet to actually photograph and post up there, but it will be because I have actually finished it. I just need to run it through glaze and stuff like that. But I will do my best to have them posted on Patreon this week. Sometimes this week. Gotta finish my lunch soda eventually. Sorry. So let me see about posting the newsletter real quick in the chat too. Because this month's newsletter is out. For those of you that are interested in... I'm trying to be a little encouraging this month. Specifically because I've been experimenting so much. I don't want fellow artists to feel discouraged. There we go. And yeah, that's about it. Art-wise for now, I have been working on the other two comics that I kept talking about. That I still can't talk about in detail. But I'm slowly progressing. Wuthering Heights is all penciled, so after that, that should go smooth. And I have 2 out of the 3 last pages of Whisper in the Winds drawn and inked. And I want to draw and ink the last page, and then I'm just going to paint everything, and then I'll be done! And then move immediately to coloring Auric of the Great White North, issue 6. So, let's scoot that up here. Scoot, scoot. Scoot, scoot, right. And then we'll get started on the comic. You know what I should do, honestly? I should, like... No, I'm not gonna say it, because then people are gonna get mad at me. Nothing illegal, mind you. There. Also, thank you to Annan, who we all know who it is, for their morning contributions to my throne goal. The current throne goal is now at 29% funded, I believe so. It is a book to help me with facial expressions. Like, it's easy when it's my basic style, because I don't really care about the how the anatomy works, as long as it looks cute. But I do struggle a bit with my jaws. So there's that. Also, yes, the canvas on the bootleg cookie is gray. There is nothing wrong with my colors or your monitor. It's just a little easier on my eyes because I have a big spotlight going directly into my aging raisin eyes. And lately I've had pain in my eyes, so I'm trying to make it a little easier on me. Not gonna lie, it's working. Of course, I hope I remember to turn the canvas back to white when I'm done. Oh, great start. I'm yawning in your faces. I'm sleepy too. We're all sleepy. It's right after lunch. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, I know what I was thinking. It's literally the only time I have to live stream. Let's think positively. It is yet another Papa Shiro strip. Yeah, there's a little something fun that I posted about on Facebook, but didn't really super elaborate. So I'm still waiting on Off for Switch to come out. I would hope like they're aiming for a June release, like Deltarune, because they want to coincide with the release of the Switch 2, which I am not buying on launch because I cannot afford it. Yes, I will put it on my Christmas list, but like I keep telling Mom every year, to not feel stressed about the expensive shit. If you can't afford the expensive shit, do not buy the expensive shit. It's that easy. It's just Christmas gifts. Like, by that point, like when I told her that, well, to tell you the truth, I tell her that every year. But like, by the point that this year's Christmas come, I will be 43. You really think I'm going to have the energy to pull a tantrum over a video game console? Oh no! I'm not gonna have the Switch 2 for Christmas! I will now go sulk in my room with a roof over my head and food in my belly. That I pay. Which is why I can't afford the Switch 2, because I pay for the electricity and I pay on the groceries and I pay for... I mean... that's where all my money's going. That and subscriptions to different services. Like Pretzel, which we are using right now for the music. Because I've been fiddling a little bit on the Pretzel website today and learned they no longer offer a free version of their services. And they were very, very sneaky about that, because when I first started using Pretzel, like they had... Oh my god! Everybody, Joel's here! Holy shit! When's the last time that happened? We need a Mexican hallelujah. Shock and awe, Joel's here. But yeah, when I first started using Pretzel, of course I used the free service, and then they pretty much pulled the rug under me and put the one channel of theirs that I use, the chiptune channel, on the paid program only, so I had to use the paid program, and now the desktop app doesn't work anymore, and they still offer it for download. And I know for a fact they won't do fuck all about fixing it, because that's basically what they told me when I asked them about it. So yeah, fun. I think I'm gonna move my body a little bit. What's fun about being a comic artist is that you can draw anything you fantasize about, like having a neck. I used to have a neck at some point, now it's just like barely a swivel. Not doing much, so I decided to come by here for old time's sake. Good to be back. Yay! By the way, we're in June, so happy Pride Month. I'm just happy because Joel's here. Right up until he misbehaves. Then he gets the squid. Don't tease the octopus, folks. Oh well, while you're here. Hang on, I'm just gonna finish. There we go. A bit more. Happy Pride Month, bring out your gays! We're just gonna go on the big webcam real quick. As soon as I find it again. I wish these tabs were color-coded! There we go. Look at the screen, Joel. I got a new piece that I'm going to post soon. That I painted yesterday. Had to go lay back down. My hip decided to get in on the paint action. Oh, joy! Because I know Joel likes Risa because Risa is cute. So there's a new Risa piece coming up this week. There's going to be a Patreon post about it. Because there is also a failed version that I did not throw out yet. I do have a couple different plans for the Patreon. Because I have had people, and by that I mean the one same person on the Vine Art bugging me to ship Waluigi and Rosalina. So for the Patreon only, I will draw a picture of Waluigi kissing Rosalina. A serious one. Not the troll one that Gabe drew that I'm using liberally every single page that person asks me to ship these to. Because it's like I keep saying, you have suggestions, I have a price list. So people that actually pay me for content will get some content. I need to get started on some Pride art, thanks for the reminder. See, I'm fun, entertaining, beautiful, and useful. Is Junior gonna buy the new Switch 2, Shiro? Yeah, I literally just went on a rant on how I can't buy it on launch. Why the fuck do you think I keep pushing the Patreon? I'd be just happy with my pre-order of Off to launch. That's all I'm asking. I'm waiting on it. I pre-ordered that bastard like last year, I think. I'll just wait till they make the Switch 2 late. I'm getting the Switch 2, my passport was way more of a priority. Like, it doesn't have to be on launch. Like, I play by myself. I don't play with other players. Like, I'm a very solo player. And it's part of the reason why I don't play games on stream. Like, I'm playing by myself. I just want to be by myself, make my own decisions, and not have somebody yell at me because I fall in the same pit in New Super Mario World 47 times. I'll buy you Switch 2 when things feel safe. Yeah, exactly. Or at best, if my Switch 1 dies, I can't access the internet anymore. Yeah, see, because there's... Now, I know there's a console that I bought, like, right before it was set to be discontinued. Like, I know I got my GameCube and my Game Boy SP late. I didn't buy the micro because it's micro and, well, artist size. Like, literally the reason why my canvas is gray today instead of white. Yeah, what about the launch bonuses? Oh well, big deal. Like the one time I got something on launch, it wasn't even like the new console. It was just a version of a 3DS XL. I already had a 3DS, and the only reason I wanted the XL, the only reason, like I can always say, oh well, there's a bigger screen on the XL than on the no. Only reason I wanted it was because it had the Triforce on it, and it came with a game I wanted. And like the Switch 1 is not gonna shut down on day one of the release of the Switch 2, so I can still enjoy it. Sure, which game are you getting first? Mario Kart World or DK Rock Smashers? Yeah, I don't know yet. If I gotta pick between the two, I am definitely going for Mario Kart World. I'm just not that into DK, you know? Like, literally, my copies of Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 for the SNES, they were hand-me-downs. Like, I have no interest in Donkey Kong 64. No interest in the side games. I don't doubt that Rock Smashers, I'm assuming that's the title because I've seen it. I've seen the game on Nintendo Direct once and then I forgot about it. Is gonna be a good game. I'm just not in a hurry, you know? It's not on my list of priorities. No, that's not the title. Okay, thanks. See, that's how much I care about Donkey Kong. Wait, isn't it like Bonanza? Why is it called Bonanza when it has smashing rocks and crystals? I don't know, I don't question the multi-million-dollar company. We should, as a society, question the multi-million-dollar company more, though. Donkey Kong Rock Smasher sounds cooler. They should pay you the big bucks. Nintendo hired this guy so like that I can say my son works at Nintendo. I am struggling with my nose blushies. It's like an awkward angle. No, right now I'm like hyper focused on my pre-order of Off for Switch. And as I was about to say, before we realize King Joel was here, right now they're big man on Twitch because Toby Fox, who was invited to participate in the new soundtrack for Off, because for those who don't know, Mortis Ghost does not have the rights to use Elias, yeah, I think it's in that order, Elias Conrad Coldwood, I think his name is. I mean, I should know, I have the original soundtrack to Off on my phone, I mean, but I'm pretty sure that's the name. He doesn't have the rights to the original soundtrack that was made by Elias Conrad Coldwood, and you can't go and ask him for them again because Elias left the internet in around 2013 and they're not friends anymore and they have no way to contact each other anymore. So Mortis Ghost needed a new soundtrack if he wanted to release Off for consoles and Steam and stuff like that. There's currently a demo on Steam that I can't use because it's Windows only, and I'm on Mac OS. It's time to sculpt for the Switch too. So, what Mortis Ghost did, he decided to have a brand new soundtrack made for the game. And he invited multiple composers, and one of them being Toby Fox. Toby Fox, as we know, who made Deltarune and Undertale. So the internet is mad because Toby Fox put Toby Fox music in off. More precisely, he put a bone trouser leitmotif in Dan's battle music. Like, there's a little bit of bone trouser papyrus theme into Dan's theme. And Dan being known for being one of the inspirations for Papyrus's design, actually, if I'm not mistaken. I read that somewhere like a long time ago. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of Dan and Papyrus. And I'm pretty sure that is a section on some dodgy websites I'm not going to name. But we all know what I'm thinking about. And of course, there's other people that are like, what do you think Toby Fox just came in and forced his music into into the game? Like, this really trussles my bone. I'm pretty sure in any other chats you would be kicked out, Joe. And like, do we not remember that Toby Fox is allowed to use his own music when writing music? Like, let me check the name real quick. Yeah, that's what. I don't want to press play because I don't want to get yelled at. Oh no, Toby Fox being Toby Fox, awful news. I know, right? Oh my goodness. Like, do we not remember Megalovania? Like, if I'm not mistaken, that is like that is like the Tumblr pretty boy of songs that people were absolutely ape over. Do we not remember that it comes from the battle with Dr. N Donuts in the Halloween special Earthbound hack that Toby Fox made? Like, the man is going to reuse shit. And since I'm pretty sure I'm correct with the whole there's a little bit of the Dan in Papyrus, the Dan is one of the inspirations, it would only make sense, at least to me, that he would want to reverse the reference. Of course, in my opinion, there is nothing that will replace the Pepper Steak battle theme. Pepper Steak is the song to get you going, you know? But instead of writing angry tweets at Mortis Ghost, like, the original version is still available. And with a bit of tinkering, I can play it if I want. Or, like I literally just said, I have the entire soundtrack on my phone. It's not Erasure of Elias. But it is erasure of my patience if that game doesn't come out anytime soon. I want to see the new stuff. I want to hear the new music, too. But there's still nothing better than pepper steak. Like, I would recognize pepper steak faster than I would recognize Buck Bumble. From what we've learned from last week's comic. I hate when Toby Fox doesn't do what I want him to do. Well, he probably works the same way I do. You have suggestions? I have a price list. I know you're joking around, but... You know, people are entitled and all that. Of course, now that I think about it, that I mentioned the Halloween special ROM hack. If I would do that on Twitter, people would be up in arms remembering that he had Dr. and Donuts say some pretty questionable things. And he had explained previously that that he was being an edgy kid, trying to put as much edgy stuff as possible into the hack. Personally, I like to think that in story it made sense for Dr. and Donuts to say those things, those questionable things, because he had gone completely insane. Simple as that. Dr. Andona says the other F word. Yeah. Did you look it up or did you remember it? I do not know your history with playing ROM hacks. More water. More! Remember last week where I had to hose down some tea with honey in it because I talked myself hoarse. So yeah, I want my copy of Off. Now, I may not play it on stream because I don't have a capture card. I don't have any settings. If I play anything on stream, I would have to get it on Steam, and I can't get it on Steam because it's Windows only. I don't like gaming on my Mac anyway. Like, my consoles are for playing, my Mac is for working. You're not working, you're drawing. Well, guess what? Guess the fuck what? Same thing, motherfucker! Something that work culture just doesn't want to admit. Work doesn't have to be miserable. You're allowed to have fun at work. There's this weird thing that fun isn't professional. Is the fun slowing my work down? No. Am I having fun in the sense that I enjoy the work I do? Yes. Is that unprofessional? Apparently it is. Because apparently you're not supposed to keep a smile on your face all the time. You have to be miserable because that shows that you're thinking, that you're working. Right up until a customer shows up, then you have to hee. Do I really need to tell you how hard this is for a neurodivergent person? Oh, you're supposed to work at work, no fun in the office. Exactly. Like, in order to be a real artist, I should not be enjoying this. But here's the thing, okay? I will say out loud, especially like at the end of a project, that I'm sick and tired of working on that project. That is part of the enjoyment, though. Seeing the end of a project being so close, because then you get excited. Or when you're really tired of a project and you're just cussing your way through it. It doesn't necessarily mean that you hate the project suddenly. The way I see it, like, you're working on it out of spite. Not to get rid of it because you're so close to the deadline. But more like, I am so close I can taste it, oh my god, and then you get excited. It's kind of like finishing a marathon, you know? Personally, I like having this way of thinking about art, because if you do start feeling miserable doing your art, then your art is not going to look good. And I don't care about this whole... The true art is when the artist has suffered. I have suffered enough. Let me draw my little shitpost in peace. Because I am of the school that the emotions, the mood that you are in will show up in your art. Yeah, that sounds like me, lol. If you're in a good mood, your comic is going to be a good mood. No matter if it's horror or drama or comedy. Whatever you're working on will have that mood in it. Like, I mentioned earlier what was left on my projects. Like, I will admit, I am already tired of working on both of them. You're allowed to be tired, but you're not allowed to give up, you know? And I'm only tired because, as someone with ADHD, sometimes the focus will just leave. But you gotta work through that. That's why I keep saying I don't have art block, because in order to have art block, you would need to, like, not have any idea of what to do and, like, feel like you're not good enough for this or that, for finishing this project. And that's not how I work. I have to keep boosting myself up. And, like, in the event I get an art block, I usually don't get art blocks with the projects for other people because they're the ones that do the thinking. I'm going to be doing the drawing. When it's stuff for myself, I will just doodle whatever. Like, I'm always full of ideas. The hard part is picking one. So I don't put in the effort of picking one, I just pick one and go with it. Shiro, who are you going to play as in Mario Kart World? I always play as Toadette. She's my favorite because she's a cutie patootie. Luigi. I always main Luigi in any Mario Kart except Super Mario Kart for the SNES. Because Luigi is too slidey for me. Like, Mario and Luigi are supposed to be like middleweight karts, you know, for beginners and stuff like that. And then there's the lightweights, and then there's the heavyweights. If I'm not mistaken, Mario and Luigi are middleweights. Peach, Yoshi, and Koopa are lightweights. And Bowser and Donkey Kong are Donkey Kong Jr. are heavyweights. I think Toad is a lightweight too, but I'm not sure. But I know for certain about the Donkey Kong, Bowser, Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi Koopa. And I could main Yoshi if I wanted to, but I always main Koopa in Super Mario Kart. I feel I have the best control of him. And if anything, he should be the one that's slippy sliding around because he's a lightweight. But yeah, if I do get a Switch, eventually, a Switch 2, I mean, eventually, and if I do get Mario Kart World, I will probably main Luigi again. Like, it's to the point asking me that as a rhetorical question. Not talking much about what game I'm playing right now. It's I decided to do another run of Dragon Quest XI. So in Spanish. So there's not much noteworthy. There's some name changes here and there, but the story is pretty much the same as in English. Only thing is, yesterday, I started Mordegon's Castle. My internet bugged out. I'm back. Welcome back. So, yesterday I entered Mordegon's Castle. I only lasted like 20 minutes because I was super cold and super tired. But today I actually went through it completely. But yesterday I met my first, like, toy metal dragon. I'm not sure what it's called in English because it was really my first time, and like I was playing I'm playing a new game plus because I'm really doing this for the translations. I'm trying to practice my Spanish. And since it's a new game plus, the monsters that I've met previously will show up in my monster list and how many I've beaten. And that was a rare monster. It looked like a mechanical dragon, but instead of being silver, it's painted like a kid's toy, like bright red, bright blue, bright green, stuff like that. Some stripes, like really cute. And then, like, I did not remember this thing at all. I was like, "You're new?" So after I beat it, I went to look in my list of monsters, see if I have actually fought this thing before. And right there in the list, defeated. 1. That was the one I defeated. That was my first time since owning the game, since 2019, I think, that I have met this rare monster. Better late than never. If anything, the Spanish translation is better quality than the French translation, because the French translation, it had issues. Like, it literally mixed up names and stuff like that. Like, in French, Michelle is called Pélagie, but if you go in group chat, Jade will call Michelle by her English name. And there are 2 characters named Son and Da, which are literally Da is the father and Son is the son. But during their event in Act 2, the game in French will mix up who's talking. Like, they will give some of Son as lines to Da and vice versa. So yeah, I don't know who did the French translation, but they were sleeping on the Switch a little bit. Oh, speaking of, you guys know how I have this unfortunate habit of breaking my games. I'm not doing it on purpose. Like in Act 2, you go to the floating island, and then you go talk to the Watcher, blah 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 blah. But I decided I was going to go around the house of the Watcher to see if there were any shiny spots or drops that I could pick up and stuff like that. Now, to put you in context, let's remind everybody that I was playing a New Game Plus. And there's a side of game-wide side quests with Tickington, where you have to find colored toggles to give you passwords to enter the world of books. And because this is a New Game Plus, the entire thing is already done for me. So I was not meeting any colored toggles until I saw that there was this one green toggle left. And I tried to talk to him, and all it does is it makes the little talk speech bubble like bleep, and that's it. It just bleeps. There's not even, like, he's not even supposed to be there. Like, I've already talked to him in a previous game. Now he's supposed to be gone. Like all the other ones. But he's there, and I tried to talk to him, and it does nothing. It doesn't even give me a little speech bubbles with three dots. So after trying a couple of times, I decide, well, I guess they didn't plan for that. And I go further down around the house, and I see a shiny spot. So I go to the shiny spot, I go and pick up the item, and I soft-lock myself. Literally, the only thing I can move is the camera. All my buttons are locked. I can't move. I can't access my menu. I had to restart the game, and I was like, I haven't saved in a long time. I am so fucked. But there was an autosave right at the entrance of the house. So yeah, I'm tempted, like, to get out of Mordegon's castle and try to get that pickup. But without talking to the green toggle. But at the same time, I really want to be done with Act 2. I really want to be done with a lot of things, honestly. But I'm more stubborn than anything, so we'll just grin and bear it and work hard. And see my projects done. Because I know for a fact my impatience is mostly attributed to my ADHD. So it's not me that gets bored with my projects. It is my disorder. But because I'm a petty bitch, I will keep going with these projects. People are counting on me, you know? I don't want to jinx myself, so I'm just going to tap on wood really gently. It's been 2 weeks now, officially, that I have had no scammers on Divine Art. And they're being gentle on Twitter, especially since the whole art thing. Like, yeah, I don't use Twitter, but I still visit it because there's a lot of artists that don't have other accounts that I follow. Looking at you, Asian artists. And I have a lot of tools and reference bookmarked there, sadly enough. I do try to put the best one on Discord, because I do have some channels that I made that are specially to post if you have assets for Clip Studio or Procreate to put there. It is not forbidden to post stuff like for Krita and stuff like that, just tag it, you know, but... And sadly enough, it is also possible to post assets for Adobe Photoshop, even if I hate Adobe as a company personally. Like, literally, I have an account on Behance. And they are owned by Adobe. I think the NFT option is still there. Like, I can save my files in Adobe format. In Photoshop format, I should say. That should be enough. Like, industry standard all you want. Like, Adobe has done a lot of stupid shit that I want no part of. And sadly, I do have some part of, because once again, Behance account. coloring my text layers. Well, color tagging, I should say, my text layers is a recent decision. I feel it helps me find my text once I'm done. Makes it easier, at least. Sometimes I post this and I wonder if there's some people that think I'm doing this to humiliate my parents. I cannot stress how that is not the case. Heck, that's why I decided to draw Dishonor last week, where I make fun of myself for not remembering the theme song to Buck Bumble. The joke being, Buck Bumble's theme song has Buck Bumble, the words being repeated over and over in it. But the reaction was interesting. It was very 50-50. We agree you're an idiot for not remembering Buck Bumble's theme. Because Buck Bumble's theme is literally Buck Bumble. And the other half never heard of that theme song. So yeah, that's the type of groomer I am. I'm teaching your kids about Nintendo 64 theme songs that are very catchy. I know, very, very frightening. Wait till y'all learn I'm a big fan of Weird Al. this is like that light gray on the back is surprisingly nice on my eyes. They don't feel itchy, they don't feel strainy. It's all little details like that, you know. Oh, that's a story that I should write for next week. Because I recently learned a really short story about Mom. If you guys remember the doctor that helped give birth to me, like with the long beard, and that he actually came into the room in sandals. Turned out that later on, like around the time my mom was kind of sort of starting to date Dad, like she still kept her options open, you know what I mean? And because as returning fans remember, when Mom met Dad, she did not like the guy. Well, I learned recently that she was supposed on one night that she went out with Dad. She was actually supposed to go have supper with the doctor that gave birth to me. And I looked at her and I was like, "What?" You mean to tell me that the man that came in sandals into the birthing room, that almost fumbled me, that looked at me being born and said first time he saw one like that and didn't elaborate, that tried to move over so you could see me getting born into the mirror, and you told him to get back there and catch it. Yes, because Mom did not know what gender my meat suit was. Not even sure if she had no parenting class, she had no prenatal care, none. That stuff didn't exist in the 80s. And then, after all that was done, went into the room, looked at me, looked at you, said, "You're gonna breastfeed, huh?" You said no, and he looked at you in the eye and said, "What a waste. You were about to go on a date with that guy? You mean I could have been rich instead of fat?" Dad found it funny. Honestly, I was more surprised that Mom would consider a date with a man that acted like that. But then again, we have Dad today, so yeah, I can see it now. I'm gonna put on a darker blue. I don't want to put a bright blue. I have a gray nightgown on with bright blue sleeves. But I want me to be more neutral here, so... More neutral blue shirt it is. Right now, all blue like that, we both look like a pair of nurses. For those that are aware of the fan saga, my fan has been behaving the entire time today. I still don't know why. Because sometimes it will act up during the stream, or sometimes it will act up when I'm fiddling with the easy access filters on clip. And I don't know what causes that, because it doesn't do it every time. Like yesterday, I was fiddling for a long time in the easy access filter, and nothing happened to the fan. So I do not know what's up with that. We're almost done. Now I have to remember to put my canvas back to white. Oh, looks I'm going to have another tea today. I can feel my throat like, eh. It's a good thing we're almost done, eh? Alright, let's take one last look. Yeah, I'm gonna do just a little bit of color in the sweat. A little bit of color in the sweat. And when I say color, I mean white. There we go. That's good for today. And yeah, I really did pat his hand like this. Is that how you spell straight? I'm not sure. That is how you spell straight. Okay. So y'all know what that means. It is time to end the stream. So as usual, extra special caramel drizzle, rainbow sprinkle, chocolate syrup. Thanks to all our supporters. Amber B, Paul Kami, Son of His, Sir E, Other, Glossix, Matthew H, Laura S, Bad at Multiplayers, Winter the Kitten, and the Part-Time Booty, Super Dudette 808, and Rocket Mouse. Your continued or part-time support is immensely appreciated. Next week is going to be a full week live stream. So, of course, Saturday for the Color Challenge, June 7th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And, of course, the usual Bootleg Cookie live stream on Sunday, June 8th. Sorry, I don't know why I said July. June 8th, June 7th for the colors. And June 8th for the comic at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, both times. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time, I don't know you, I don't know your life. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. A lot of fun drawing it, and I'll see you guys next weekend. I love you all, and bye-bye.